DeFi on Cosmos is coming. The GravityDEX is about to launch a massive incentivized testnet phase, which also invites the community, you and I, to participate and potentially earn a lot of rewards in Atom and also in other tokens and coins that we're going to be looking at in today's video. Also, I want to really remind you on the whole magnitude of Cosmos in a big picture, right? About the ecosystem, about the staking network, about all these things that are coming. IBC, the Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol, right? There's so many things, and you really need to understand that strong fundamentals eventually will also reflect in the charts. Also, very special at the very end of the video, that's why you really have to watch the whole thing. There's some little potential ties between Cosmos and Hedera Hashgraph, which is also a coin that I'm extremely bullish on and excited about. Remember that none of this is any sort of financial advice. You're old enough, mature enough to take full accountability and responsibility of your own investment decisions. All I do is provide you with the content and with the sources to take smarter decisions, to help you on your own research, which you should be doing every day and night. That said, I hope you guys all enjoy also this bull run. Leave a like under this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment it, and also make sure that you watch this entire thing. All right, so first things first, let's look here on CoinGecko at the price of Atom. We can currently see that Bitcoin has smashed through 60K. Ethereum is holding strong above 2K. So that is great to see. A rising tide lifts all ships. Whenever Bitcoin and Ethereum go up, a lot of other coins and altcoins are also going to go up, and most likely even faster. Cosmos is right now ranked on 27 here on CoinGecko with a price of $22.80, and it currently has a market cap of 5.38 billion US dollars and almost a trading volume of 1 billion. And if we look at the chart here, we actually see that Cosmos has woken up here towards the end of January. Also, we can see there has been crazy volume coming in, and right now it's been consolidating after it got rejected here from $25, and it's been going sideways now since then. And personally, I believe that there's a massive move to the upwards coming very soon. Obviously, this is not financial advice, just my personal opinion, right? But fundamentals actually back that up, and we're going to look into just one part of that today, because again, there's so much to cover. Cosmos is just such a huge project. They have, I think, over 2,000 developers around the world that are just working on the project, on the ecosystem, right? So yeah, I'm really looking forward. I think April is going to be a huge month for Cosmos, May as well. But yeah, the next few weeks are going to be pretty important and big. Some network stats: we currently have 125 staking validators securing the Cosmos hub and the Atom. And also, if we look here on stakingrewards.com, which is actually a very cool site to check staking rewards, value locked in staking protocols and whatever, then this site is for you. Cosmos here is here in the top 10 with a bit less than 4 billion US dollars that is currently staked. And we can see almost 2/3, almost 65% here is currently staked. And remember that there's an unbonding of 3 weeks, 21 days or 28, I think it's 21, in which you don't earn rewards. So it actually doesn't make sense to unstake. And that is obviously very good and healthy for the price because there's no immediate sales pressure if, for example, Cosmos would now have a massive move to the upwards. So that's something you should also keep in mind. And if we compare that and put it into context, Polkadot, which has a market capitalization of 41 billion, almost 10 times bigger, same as Cardano, they're in a similar range. Polkadot has 64% total staked and Cardano 73. Cardano, I think, is higher because they don't have any unbonding period. So if you stake, you can unstake anytime and it is immediately liquid, right? So that obviously incentivizes more people to stake immediately. For Avalanche, I'm not sure if they have an unbonding period, but I'm guessing that they don't, because otherwise, yeah, 77% is pretty impressive. That's really cool. Solana as well, around the Cosmos level, 65%. And yeah, so we're here in the top 10. which is great to see. The current staking rewards is around 9.86%. I think on Kepler it's 10.4, 10.5%, which is also, by the way, the wallet that I recommend using if you're new to Cosmos and want to hold some atoms safely and securely. Kepler is the place to go, in my opinion. If we look at the Cosmos ecosystem, and guys, this is completely nuts. We've just crossed 100 billion. We're already in 110 billion. But the value that is locked, or basically not locked, but value that is secured and part of the Cosmos ecosystem is absolutely nuts, right? So you have BNB Coin, Luna, CRO, OKB, obviously Atom, Rune. They're going to launch their DEX also very soon, or actually it's already in a launching phase right now. UST, right? Like lots of exciting projects that also have achieved massive network effects. So that's great to see. And that number just keeps growing and growing and growing. It's absolutely insane. So that is the big picture of where we're heading, how the network is developing, and I think it gives you great insight and overview how how big Cosmos actually is. Now, one key thing I wanted to bring up today is the GravityDEX. And the GravityDEX has been in development. I think they started in end of 2020. It was actually started by a company called bHarvest. And bHarvest is actually a company they're providing also proof of stake infrastructure as a service. And now they've actually partnered up with Tendermint, which is the lead tech arm behind Cosmos. And to be actually more precise, Tendermint has acquired bHarvest to build a DEX for the Cosmos Hub. So the GravityDEX is basically the equivalent of Uniswap for the Cosmos Hub for Atom. It's the new home of Atom, right? Which brings incredible utility for Atom because you can now use it in DeFi, basically. This marketplace to establish the GravityDEX as the heart of the interchain, right? Because remember a few weeks ago, IBC launched, which is this protocol that connects all the blockchains and truly enables and builds this internet of blockchains. And now the GravityDEX is another component because it makes it all liquid, right? It makes it all tangible, also for users to play around with it. And I'm extremely excited. Like I already posted a tweet today and said like, this is going to be my new home. I can't wait for it. Really, really cool. They already started their partnership in October to jointly develop GravityDEX. I think back then it was mostly bHarvest, and now they're actually joining forces here. And also have an aligned incentive now, right? I think there's also vesting of 4 years for Atom that goes to bHarvest as part of the deal. There's no clear numbers on how much the acquisition was evaluated, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is that GravityDEX is coming. It's built on IBC, which means that by nature it does have inter-blockchain communication enabled and is able to seamlessly communicate to other protocols that have that, right? Like the Iris Hub, also Torchain, and also Kava. So that's really, really, really amazing. And even CoinDesk and other big crypto media have jumped on that and reported about it, which is always great, right? And Cosmos and Atom is pretty much established in all the media sites. They're also just creating content around it. So let's dig a little bit deeper here into what the GravityDEX actually is, why it's so important, and how they plan to roll it out, right? And you can actually find here, this is from the bHarvest team, I guess, the initial proposal to allocate certain funds from the community fund in Atom to distribute to users, early users, through a trading competition, right? That is coming in early May, but we'll talk about this in a second. First of all, here in the abstract, you can already see that the GravityDEX is basically a liquidity module that is already in production ready status. And this governance proposal to adopt the GravityDEX on the Cosmos Hub has already passed, right? And we've covered this a few weeks ago on my channel here, where the governance proposal was still open, and now it passed. And if we go over here on GitHub, we can also see how the liquidity module or the GravityDEX is actually built. It's built on a Cosmos SDK, obviously. It's basically that automated market making system, right? Which basically means that it's a decentralized version of Coinbase or Binance, or it's a decentralized equivalent of Uniswap, right? So if you understand, for example, how Uniswap works, then GravityDEX is the equivalent for that on the Cosmos main hub. And if you don't know what Uniswap is, then just think about whenever you want to buy and trade cryptocurrencies, you have to go through a centralized company, right? Through a centralized exchange. In most cases, it's Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, right? The big ones. But the thing is, they have a lot of downtimes. They hold actually your keys. They have outages, right? They have only a limited variety of coins that are offering and trading pairs. And a decentralized exchange, such as the GravityDEX, is basically the exact counterpart and opposite to that, right? Because it basically is 100% decentralized, doesn't have any downtimes, doesn't have also a kind of like a hotline that you can call if your funds are missing, right? So it's basically your keys, your coins. You can provide liquidity. You can even provide your own trading pairs, right? You can open up new trading pairs. It's also probably a great way to kickstart projects and bootstrap liquidity, which is also known as launchpads, right? So you can also probably do that in the future. And that's one of the hottest use cases right now on all Ethereum-based AMMs, right? So I think a lot of these things are going to come on Cosmos, and also very interesting for you if you're a trader. It also means that you can now set limit orders, right? So yeah, here it is. More freedom on how to provide liquidity. You can also set limit orders. But if we go back here, we can see that what they're basically now proposing is to allocate 5,000 atoms to run an incentivized testnet, which they call basically a trading competition, right? So the details of this trading competition is that it's supposed to start on May the 4th and end on the 11th, right? So it's 1 week. And the prices are going to be distributed on the 18th of May, right? So those 5,000 atoms are supposed to be distributed. And not only that, there's also going to be a sponsored prize pool, which already has commitment from 10 Cosmos-based projects. Regen Network, I guess they're probably going to be the first ones to bootstrap liquidity through the GravityDEX, because the XRN token is not live yet. Maybe that's going to be coming in the same move, right? Bitsong is already live, Sentinel is live, Persistent just launched, Akash, right? Very solid projects, Terra, eMoney, Iris Network, Agoric, Cyber. So they have all committed 10K, and they are going to set up a landing page where you have to register. It's going to start on the 21st of April till the 30th. You can also just find it here on gravitydex.io. And I'm sure that when this countdown is over, then you can just, register here directly. So if you're interested in that, please do that. I think it's going to be pretty massive. And lastly, they also have here like all the rules and also the methodology, how you can be how you can optimize your potential prices, right? The scoring methodology, and a lot of these things. So that's really interesting. Definitely check that out. And now for you as a avid DeFi user to also better understand what's coming, the CEO of Tendermint, Peng Zheng, he actually made a tweet about it a few days ago. 2 days ago, that Cosmos DEXs are complementary. For example, you can provide liquidity with Luna and Atom on the GravityDEX and get a Luna Atom token. And you take that token and you add Osmo to it, which is the native coin of Osmosis that is still going to launch. And all of you guys who have watched my content, you know that you are going to receive an airdrop for that, because you've also held and hopefully staked your Atom during that airdrop, which was, I think, on the February 18th, 2021. So you can take that, put it into a pool, and then you can even take that Luna Atom Osmo coin or representation and add Iris to it. And you can actually, ad infinitum play this through, right? That's pure DeFi. And the more you stake, the more you add, the more rewards you get, right? That's like passive income on steroids. And it's coming in Cosmos, which basically means very low fees and much faster, right? I'm also using Kepler now since a few months, and it's really great user experience. So that's coming, and that's amazing, right? Now, one very, very last thing before we wrap it up for today, and that's a question I get a lot actually, is that, man, why should I buy Atom? Because it doesn't have shared security, right? Which is what Polkadot, for example, has. Is you need to actually buy and stake DOT in order to become a parachain on Polkadot, right? Um, you don't have DeFi, right? You don't have any of this, right? So right now, Atom, the main utility is basically to stake Atom to secure the Cosmos hub, the Cosmos chain, so to say. But in the future, besides what we just talked about right now, the GravityDEX, which basically unlocks DeFi for the Cosmos Hub and for Atom, and it's going to be the new home for Atom, right? Which makes it much, much more functional and usable. Besides that, also what's going to come is shared security as an optional way for projects to really accelerate their time to market, right? Because right now, I think about all these projects that have launched on Cosmos, they had to set up their own validator network, right? Their own network of validators who secure the chain or secure the project to be resistant to 51% attacks, right? Or any sort of like malicious attacker from outside, right? And lots of projects have actually succeeded with that. But now what's going to come, and that's the next cohort, is that Cosmos chains, basically, if they're building on the Cosmos SDK and implement Tendermint as their consensus algorithm, that's basically what this means, will have the option to use Atom interchain staking. So Atom interchain staking is going to come, and this is how you can really go viral and achieve the dream and the goal of having 1 million blockchains in the Cosmos ecosystem, right? Because that's, I think, the main goal of Tendermint right now. And I'm pretty sure that they can achieve it, especially with the shared security model, because it's going to incentivize smaller projects, jumpstart their project, and go to the market much, much faster, right? So that's really, really exciting. I can't wait for that. And lastly, also interesting article here from Paradigm Research comparing basically Cosmos to Ethereum and how it differentiates, right? Like I said, this is actually a perfect plug into what I just said, because on Ethereum, you have a shared security model, meaning that every token that is built on top of Ethereum is basically sharing the security of Ethereum, and it doesn't need to build their own validator network, right? And Ethereum is also switching to proof of stake. So that means they actually contribute by staking ETH. And on the other hand, in Cosmos, all the chains are sovereign, right? Which means they have their own security model. They have their own coin that they're building, right? So it's really two different things. And both have advantages and disadvantages, but implementing a shared security model on Cosmos, which is optional, I think this is going to be huge, right? Because now you have the choice. And you can probably even transition from shared security to really go to the market faster, like Pong was saying. And later then you add your own security model into it, or you simply, stick with Atom, because it's going to be over the next few years, I guess it's going to be one of the largest probably validator networks out there. It's already in the top 10, securing nearly 4 billion your economic power, right? So that's interesting, that's cool. And also everything is built around interoperability, right? That's always the key thing to understand for Cosmos. The main thing is not to compete with other projects, it's basically to connect with other projects. And interoperability, meaning that blockchains are able to seamlessly interconnect and transact, communicate, not just on a token or coin layer, but also on a contract layer, right? So that's very, very exciting stuff here. Eventually, a lot of big projects are going to become zones on Cosmos, on the Cosmos Hub, and pegged to the Cosmos ecosystem. Gavin Wood has said it a few years ago. Eventually, the Polkadot relay chain can become a zone on the Cosmos Hub. And one very cool thing that I could imagine, and that would be absolutely amazing, because you guys know I'm also extremely bullish on Hedera Hashgraph and HBAR. What Jay Kwon here put out on April 1st, just a week and a half. He's actually the founder of Tendermint, and he developed the consensus algorithm. Well, of course, with a massive team behind, but he's one of the early, he's one of the Cosmos co-founders, so to say. So he's really cool. And Cryptomancer, big shout out to you, by the way. He's amazing person in the crypto space. He actually said Just an opinion in my mind, actually a bit of dream. Two of the greatest minds in the crypto universe, Jay Kwon and Lehman Baird, works together to make the ultimate DLT, right? And Jay actually responded and said, I remember reading Hashgraph a long while ago and thinking of that. If there were a general construction of BFT two-phase comets, this is it. I'd love to get in touch. So this is what I really love about the space, about crypto, and especially about Cosmos, because what I've met so far from the Cosmonaut community, they're all very open-minded. They're all very much looking for opportunities and not too much to condemn and judge other projects. And if Hedera and Cosmos would really join forces here, this would be absolutely amazing. So yeah, this is just some final third piece here. And I really hope you enjoyed this video again. Thanks for sticking around here on my channel. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate every single one of you. Also, make sure that you join my Telegram group, which is cryptocito_army. Links in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay healthy and be good.